Megan Rowe, and these are my colleagues Jeff Haas, Nicole Kim, and Gabe Zamora, and together we represented the Grand Central Arts Center located in downtown Santa Ana. Unfortunately, our client wasn't able to make it this afternoon, so we're going to go into a brief client background. The Grand Central Arts Center is a unique 45,000 square foot multi-purpose contemporary art center. It boasts 27 artist studios for artists in residence, along with a theater, small dance studio, large galleries, and some commercial spaces. So our objective, the biggest problem our client was faced with was the fact that although we are affiliated with Cal State Fullerton, students are unaware of our connection. Fall 2013 survey showed that 87% of students were unaware that the Grand Central Arts Center was affiliated with Cal State Fullerton. So we wanted to show that grab the attention of the student body and convey the message that the Grand Central Arts Center is not only a destination, but also one that is timely, unpredictable, and enriching to their lives. So Jeff is going to go ahead and walk you through the SWOT analysis.
So some of our strengths include the fact that we are free. So next time you guys are in downtown Santa Ana, I want you guys to come visit Grand Central because it's totally free. There's no reason not to come check us out. Secondly, it's going to be that we are in downtown Santa Ana and there's lots to do. It's a great vibe down there. There's plenty of places to get alcohol. There's plenty of places to eat. There's plenty of places to dance, Yo's Theater, all that good stuff. There's lots of great food and stuff. And last but not least, if you guys haven't been to Art Walk, you guys should totally go. Art Walk is like the culmination every month where you get a bunch of artists that come out and fill all the shops on Broadway with like different things. They sell some of their stuff, they archive some of their stuff. Grand Central's open late. There's food trucks, there's farmers markets, there's all sorts of cool stuff to come check out. So we have some weaknesses. The first one being our distance from campus. So as you guys know, we are in Santa Ana, so that puts us about 20 minutes from Fullerton and 20 minutes from here. Our next one is going to be our branding. Unfortunately, our branding isn't as strong as we'd like it to be. Only 13% of the campus knows that we're out in Santa Ana and all that stuff, so it's been a little bit of a challenge. And last but not least, our budget. We all know that Cal State Fullerton has a really limited budget, and that transfers over to the Grand Central Arts Center. We had a really tiny budget, but John was really good in working with us, and we got a really great campaign out, despite the fact that we had a very limited budget. Our next thing is our opportunities. Some of our opportunities include the fact that we have a new website that we're rolling out. It'll be out sometime in the near future, and it'll give you guys a great way to see our new exhibits, our new artists, and who we have currently on site, and all that good stuff. It's basically, it's a revamp of our current website, and it'll look really, really good. We've seen some previews of it. And then we also have social media. Gabe's going to talk about that in a little bit, but mostly our Facebook is good, but some other stuff needs some work. And last but not least, we have our threats. So one of our threats is that downtown Santa Ana has that area that people think is like a bad area, and the Crosby incident didn't really help that, but you know, it's rebounding, so it'll just take some time for people to, you know, give Santa Ana another chance and move on. And last but not least, our last threat is that our awareness with Cal State Fullerton. Unfortunately, like we said, almost nobody knows about us right now, so if you don't know about our art center down in Santa Ana, you can't really come visit it because you don't know that it's there. So Gabe's now going to talk about the social media and let you know what our plan for that is.
Cool. So they talked about our SWOT, they talked about our objectives and our clients' backgrounds. With all that in mind, we came together as a group and we thought really hard, really hard, and we tried to figure out what's going to reach our target audience, which is you guys, Cal State Fullerton students. Through social media, we decided that, well, Facebook already has a great handle. John likes to repost and reblog from the GCAC website, but our main focus is Instagram. We figured that everybody, from the poll that we took last time, everybody has Instagram, everybody uses it on a daily basis, everybody uses it in class. So why not use Instagram to its fullest potential? We thought that because art is very visual, it would be the perfect asset for GCAC. And with that said, I want to pass it on to Nicole, who's going to talk about event submissions.
Okay, to help make the Grand Central Arts Center a destination spot, we submitted their current and upcoming events and exhibitions to online news and tourism websites that display like calendars that show places to visit, places to go and see art. Yeah, so we want to put the Grand Central Art Center out there so that people will know about it as a place to just visit. And in support of this, we created a sample press release that just announces the upcoming season, which is a really easy visual way to see, a fast way to see what's at the art center. So we can send this out to the press, to art blogs, to art critics, and they can just come and visit, and it's just an easy way to announce the whole season all at once. So, Megan, can you tell us about our campaign?
So with the encouragement of our client, he really wanted us to do something different. So we came together and collaborated and had a paradoxical campaign, basically coming up with a statement that states the opposite to grab the attention of our Cal State Fullerton students. Initially, we wanted this campaign to be all around campus with banners, flags, but just a little background, the logistics of this, facing the first obstacle, which was the ASI. They have to approve everything that goes up on campus, and with that approval comes a big stamp. And we really didn't want the first rollout of the campaign to show an affiliation with the campus. We wanted to leave that in question. So with that stamp also, the security monitors that, so anything without a stamp gets taken down. Again, back to logistics, it would be really hard to keep replacing our banners and posters. And the last was discretion. We weren't even able to present this to you guys at first because we wanted the less people in the loop. So in order for it to be a success. So we created a bold, slightly offensive and incorrect statement to grab the attention of students on campus, stating that there is no art in Santa Ana, and we distributed it on the Fullerton and Irvine campuses in classrooms to take advantage of a captive audience and not have to go through all the approvals through the ASI. And Jeff is going to walk you through our end result of the posters.
Okay, so as you guys probably noticed here in our own classroom, we had "There is no art in Santa Ana" posters. So what's great about this is that it's clearly a lie, catches people's attention because they're like, what are people posting about Santa Ana in Fullerton for? So that was our big shocking post that got people's attention. And then we moved on to the next one, and we have "There is art in Santa Ana." So we used art to cover up the no part, so that it was like an artistic, very take on "There is now art in Santa Ana." And then we followed it up in our third week with Grand Central Art Center. Like we put a big sticker across the top, and at the bottom we put Fullerton, and so it kind of tied it all together. And it said, so this campaign was created by by Grand Central for Grand Central to get you guys to come out and be interested and check this out. And we had some funny responses, and we had some interesting responses. Some of the people on here, you can't read it, but this says that it would be called Sarta Ana. This person called us a liar. They're like, "Oh, you're a liar." A couple of those people were like, "Well, if you walked around Broadway, then you'd see art." So it was really cool. People were like interacting with the posters, and they were having fun with it. So it was cool. The more people that interacted with it, the more it got out there. So it was really cool. Nicole is now going to introduce the results from that survey that we took.
All right, so a week after the last poster went up, we took a survey in 8 of the 42 classrooms that we put these posters up in, and we asked 3 questions. The first, if they have heard of the Grand Central Art Center. Second, if they've ever visited the center. And third, if they knew if it was associated and a part of Cal State Fullerton. So out of those 165 students that we asked these questions, only 28% of them have even heard of the Grand Central Art Center. And only 7% have visited, and 13% knew that it was associated with Cal State Fullerton. So Gabe, can you explain what this means to our campaign?
All right, so the successes. First and foremost, the event submissions itself was a success. We reached out to the online news or online media, and they went ahead and posted what events, what new exhibitions were out there for Grand Central Art Center, so that the local OC or local people living in the OC would know what's going on over there. But our main success was the paradoxical campaign. Through that campaign, we were able to reach upwards of 500 classes, so that's a lot of students. And by putting out those posters, we made sure to put them in a setting where we would have a captive audience. By having blank walls in the classroom, that just enhanced our posters even more. With the colorfulness of the posters, it basically just grabbed the students' attention, and it's pretty evident through the photos before that people noticed it, that people were responding, that it really impacted our Cal State Fullerton students. So to wrap it up, Megan's going to talk about what's next.
All right. So we think this is a great jumping off point for fall 2014. It gave them a benchmark. Because of the discretion of the campaign, we couldn't do the survey beforehand. So we're taking these numbers, and we hope fall 2014 can definitely increase the awareness. That coupled with the upcoming launch of the new website and putting into place the best social media practices that we worked on and creating a brand continuity across all those platforms. We really think that Grand Central Art Center will create an imprint on the Cal State Fullerton students. In addition to our campaign, our client actually took that and advertised that exact campaign in Artillery magazine. So as you flip through the magazine, the same campaign you saw goes throughout, which is awesome. It's a really reputable art magazine, so we're going to go ahead and pass that around so you guys can see it up close. It's the exact same campaign. So we're really excited about that. And now we'll open up to any questions. All right, thanks for your time.